Hi everyone, I'm Karen. I'm the Graduate Recruitment Manager for KPMG in Hong Kong. I'm delighted to be talking to you today about KPMG China and some of our extraordinary opportunities. Firstly, I'll give you an overview of our three service lines: audit, tax, and advisory. Then I will talk to you about the things that you should start to consider if you're looking to return home to mainland China or Hong Kong after graduation. Finally, I'll share our application process with you and give you some initial pointers on how to get started. Each year at KPMG China, we will take around a third of our graduate intake from overseas universities like yours. We recruit into our three areas of business, which I just mentioned: audit, tax, and advisory. To explain this to you in a fun way, we have put together a video to illustrate the many ways in which we support our global client base. So, as you see from this video, we support our clients in many ways. It's for you to decide where your strengths may lie in this and ultimately which service line would bring out the best in you. So let's think about the things that you should be thinking about in terms of returning home to China after graduation. All this is a great way to start your career. It helps you to understand how a business can operate effectively, minimize risk, and address big issues in the business world. To ensure that you're a credible auditor, we will sponsor and support you through your professional qualification. In mainland China, this is usually the CICPA. This is a consideration for our overseas talent, as of course you must be ready to go back to a more Chinese way of learning, which can be difficult having studied in the West. So this is something that we will help prepare you for and support you every step of the way. And for the Hong Kong market, it's usually the Hong Kong ICPA, or we call it HKICPA. In addition to this, we always like to talk to you about the workload and work-life balance. One of the first things we always get asked is, will I have to work long hours at KPMG? Well, the answer is yes. In our busy season, we do need to work late to meet our clients' needs, but equally in quieter times, you get to leave earlier and take advantage of some of the things we offer in our My Life program, which is set up to help you achieve work-life balance. Working long hours in the busy season is not unique to KPMG or the Chinese market. It is part of your career journey across many sought-after professions. So other things to consider are the skills and competencies that you should start to build upon and highlight throughout your application and selection process. We recruit a combination of overseas and local students in order to achieve diversity in our workforce. So everybody has their own unique way to contribute, and it is our goal to bring out the best in you. As an overseas student competing for a place, you should build on the strengths which you have gained as a result of studying overseas, such as adaptability, cultural awareness, and a global outlook. Finally, make sure that studying in the UK results in improving your English skills. This is very important. We increasingly have feedback from our partners that some of our overseas students return to China or Hong Kong, but they do not have better English than their local counterparts. So please do make sure that you capitalize on the chance to develop this as a real competitive advantage. I will talk to you about our application process in a moment, but first, I would like to cover a couple of the steps in a bit more details. So you start with our online application form. This is not just a formality, this is the start of our relationship. So taking the time to complete this to a quality standard is very important. We will ask you your interview questions based on the examples you give us in this application. So make sure that you're happy and comfortable talking about your answers. Spend the time to think about your own values and how these align with ours. What is important to you? We appreciate that it is tough completing a number of online graduate recruitment applications, but try to make sure that each one is unique to that company and what we do that is important to you, as opposed to cutting and pasting your answers between them. This really comes across if you have taken the time to think about why you would like to join KPMG and what we do that matters to you. When it comes to the aptitude test, I realize that this can make some of you anxious. The key to approach these is not to panic. It is difficult to train yourself in passing such tests, but what you can do is make yourself comfortable and calm in the scenario. Practice the test really helps this, as you then know what to expect together with the look and feel of the test format. If you have done this, you will feel more relaxed going into them. Finally, I would like to talk to you about our application process. We accept students from all degree disciplines. Students from mainland China need to hold a Chinese passport, and for Hong Kong and Macau, the corresponding ID cards. In terms of our 2018 intake, we are still recruiting for our growing audit team in Hong Kong and some of our smaller offices within the KPMG China firm. If you are graduating this year and have not applied, we still encourage you to do so. If we do not have an opportunity for you this year, we will happily consider you for our 2019 intake. We ask you to complete an online application form. If successful, we will send you a link to our online aptitude test. If you get through this, you will be invited to take part in our assessment center. We appreciate the schedule of overseas students is tricky, but we encourage you to come back to China at some point to go through all or parts of our selection process. It is important for you to meet with our people. This is a two-way process, and you need to make sure that KPMG is the right choice for you too. Most overseas students manage to go through the selection process in their summer or December holidays, but we can do some of the process in our London office if you're struggling to get back due to study commitments. Once you receive our offer, we will ensure that you are registered for the relevant professional qualification and will fully equip you to start your career journey with us. We have a KPMG China team member based in the UK who works with overseas students like yourselves who are considering returning home after graduation. You will have the chance to meet her on campus later this year, but please feel free to contact her with any questions. Details to be found through your careers team or in the slide deck that will be sent out to you later on. So that's pretty much for what I would like to share with you, and thanks for listening.